The extent of a power company, also known as POCO liability for power quality problems, varies depending on the jurisdiction and the specific circumstances. Generally, POCO liability is based on negligence. To establish negligence, it must be proven firstly that the POCO owed a duty of care to the customer, secondly, that the POCO breached that duty, and thirdly, that the breach of duty caused the customer's losses. Proving power quality problems can be challenging. It requires detailed monitoring and analysis of electrical parameters to determine the cause of the problem. Utilities typically have sophisticated monitoring equipment in place that can help determine if the POCO was at fault. POCO liability may extend to both lost business and equipment damage. It is important to note that POCO liability for lost business is limited in most jurisdictions. Utilities are generally not responsible for consequential damages unless they have been specifically notified of the potential for such damages. POCO liability for equipment damage is more likely to be established if the customer can prove that the power quality problem was caused by negligence on the part of the utility. Acts of God, such as natural disasters, may exclude POCO liability. However, if the POCO fails to take reasonable steps to mitigate the effects of an act of God, it may still be held liable. When experiencing power quality problems, customers should firstly contact the POCO immediately to report the issue. Secondly, document the problem, including the time and duration of the outage or voltage fluctuation. Thirdly, consult with an electrician or power quality expert to determine the cause of the problem. And fourthly, maintain a record of any expenses incurred due to the power quality problem. To minimize liability, POCO should firstly maintain a reliable and well-maintained distribution system. Secondly, invest in monitoring equipment to identify and resolve power quality issues promptly. Thirdly, establish clear communication protocols for reporting and resolving power quality problems. And fourthly, provide customers with information about power quality standards and expectations. Customers should contact the POCO immediately to report the issue. Document the problem, including the time and duration of the outage or voltage fluctuation. Consult with an electrician or power quality expert to determine the cause of the problem. Maintain a record of any expenses incurred due to the power quality problem. POCO should maintain a reliable and well-maintained distribution system. Invest in monitoring equipment to identify and resolve power quality issues promptly. Establish clear communication protocols for reporting and resolving power quality problems. Provide customers with information about power quality standards and expectations. A power company's liability for power quality issues hinges on establishing negligence. This necessitates proving the POCO added duty of care, breached that duty, and the breach directly caused the customer's damages. Gathering evidence to demonstrate power quality problems often requires detailed monitoring and analysis of electrical parameters. Utilities often possess sophisticated monitoring equipment that can help determine fault. POCO liability might encompass lost business and equipment damage. However, liability for lost business is often limited unless the utility was specifically notified of the potential for such damages. Establishing liability for equipment damage is more likely if the customer can demonstrate the power quality problem was due to the utility's negligence. Acts of God, such as natural disasters, can sometimes absolve the POCO of liability. However, if the POCO fails to take reasonable steps to mitigate the effects of such events, they may still be held liable. When encountering power quality problems, customers should promptly contact the POCO to report the issue. They should meticulously document the problem, noting the time, duration, and any voltage fluctuations. Consulting with an electrician or power quality expert can help pinpoint the root cause. It's also crucial to maintain a detailed record of all expenses incurred as a result of the power quality problem. To minimize liability, POCO should prioritize maintaining a reliable and well-maintained distribution system. Investing in monitoring equipment enables them to identify and resolve power quality issues efficiently. Establishing clear communication protocols ensures effective reporting and resolution of problems. Providing customers with comprehensive information about power quality standards and expectations is also essential.